is, and to your point, a nurse, not a nurse, registered nurse.
Registered nurse.
Registered nurse, not a registered nurse. I'm not. Man, woman. I would like people to bring the argument up a level and say, you are either for abortion or you are not. Hey, women deserve more than the men's view on it. It's you either believe it's killing or it's not. Let's get it to that level. Men and women are people. They believe one thing or they believe another. I'm not a nurse, but I agree 100% with you, your points that you raised. You don't have to be, an engineer to know everything that's
Thank you.
Let me just preface my question by
I'll repeat it.
By saying thank you for your energy and your effort to come out on such an individualized one-on-one.
But can I say one thing? I do this a lot. It'd be really boring if just my wife and John showed up. Thank you for coming out.
Okay.
Thank you for coming. Not that there's anything boring.
As a Republican,
Hold on, he's got a question.
as a Republican, I'd like to tell you something that you guys do terribly. Get the word out. You do a lousy job, and I realize we have a contaminated media, but there's other media available. You know, when I walked in through the door, they asked me if I want to put a sign in my, front yard, and if I want a bumper sticker, and all that is fine, and it's been done for years and years. But in the meantime, Obama and ABC and Yahoo are on every day on Yahoo with a pro-democratic news story and an anti-Republican news story. Every day on AOL, pro-democratic message, anti-Republican message. AOL is a commercial enterprise. You can buy time from them. Why aren't we? There we go.
Let me stop you. I'm not running Romney's campaign, and I don't know what decisions Romney, I wish I had Romney's money, campaign money. So I'm sure they're going to try to run the best campaign to run. I agree with what you said, though, and I say this a lot. And believe me, there is probably not a member of Congress that gets hit over the head by his own party as much as I do. We Republicans do a lousy job of defending our beliefs and saying what we believe. I'm not often accused of being shy with what I believe, so I agree with you.
Just to get this more compartmentalized, what I recommend is a good voter's guide that succinctly talks about the issues that are most important. If you believe in a business 80-20 rule, 80% of your votes are going to be in 20% of the issues. Why can't you produce, like, an 80-20 kind of thing and get it out there in a place where people can hand it to their neighbors?
Yeah, but where do you put it?
You put it online, okay? Believe me, my wife and I have looked very, very hard. They're rotten. They're horrible. Have your staff look at them.
Well, make sure I get your info, because I got a couple good ones I could point you toward. Part of the problem is Republicans are afraid to say what they believe. And I wish we wouldn't. And I look at Mitt Romney, sometimes I wish I could have an hour alone with Romney, and I want to shake him up. And I want to say, Mr. Romney, Governor Romney, be proud of what you are. You have been you've been an amazing success. You've done great things. You've become very wealthy. Revel in that. I'm damn proud I'm wealthy, he should say, and I want everybody in this room to be wealthy. And here's how you get wealthy. You don't get wealthy by growing government. You get wealthy by letting people, all God's people, keep more of the money they make and defend it. Defend whatever tax rate he was at. Defend it. Republicans are often afraid to defend our ideas, partly because the media is not a referee. They're on the other side, and so we get skittish, and everything we say gets taped, and we get skittish. But we are right. I'll tell you guys, that's why I decided to take this race on and run against Tammy Duckworth. Because she's on the wrong side of history. Obama's on the wrong side of history. This country right now is bubbling up, and we're about to burst. Because this used to be a country where we valued freedom more than anything. But over the course of the last 60 years, we've all become numbed to that. We've forgotten about that, and we've all been we've all sort of worshipped at this thing called government. And it is breaking this country. It is breaking this country, and there will be no country for our kids and our grandkids. And I love that. And Duckworth and Obama, they're totally on the wrong side of this. There will be a revolution in this country. It's already started. And I'll tell you what, if we mess up this election and we re-elect Obama, and oh my God, and we elect somebody like Duckworth, and brace yourself, and we put Nancy Pelosi back in charge of the House, there will be marching in the streets the next day. But you know who's going to march? You are and I am. The people who pay taxes are going to march. The people who run businesses are going to march. The people who actually do things and make things are going to say to their government, done. You can't take one more tax dollar from me. I have nothing to give. You can't put one more regulation on my business. I won't accept it. You can't force me to do this. The people who make things and make this country go are going to say, I've had it. And if you think that's far-fetched, guys, understand, right now in this lovely state of Illinois, every 9 minutes somebody leaves this state because they've had it. And the people leaving are the guys and gals doing things, making things, running businesses and paying taxes. They're leaving. We are this close to having this country just say, I've had it. Especially if we get this election wrong. You going to top that?
No, I mean, you're a great orator.
No, top it.
Last question.
Go. Last question.
I'd like to make an observation about entitlements. I'm on a federal pension and Social Security, and I fully expect there will have to be some adjustments made to my entitlements. But here's the thing. You got to get to the root of the problem. The people that are making entitlement agreements with unions and whatever are the same people that are taking campaign money for it. In the private sector, if an executive dealt with the union and was taking money from the union to get a favorable result, he could be tried and jailed for fraud. So the system has to be changed. That nobody should do any negotiating at any level if he has any conflict of interest.
So you and I agree with FDR, who just didn't believe in the existence of government sector unions, because on the other side of that negotiating table is us, the taxpayer.
That's right.
By their very definition, they're flawed. It's our money they're negotiating with. It's wrong.
You could throw a Sarbanes-Oxley equivalent right back on Congress.
Hey, quick question. 2 quick questions. As we're closing, Anthony. 2 quick questions. Quickly.
Well, okay, back to the union thing and the pensions and the benefits. Is there any way that a referendum could be put on the ballot so that the people can vote for the professional politicians? I mean, of course, they'll vote for themselves, a raise and so on. But, you know, they vote to cut our stuff. Can we be permitted to vote to cut their stuff?
Yes, if you can't do it legislatively, no pay. Yeah, no budget, no pay. If you can't do it legislatively, you could put together a referendum to try to get anything enacted down in Springfield. Yes, but the people in Illinois need to wake up.
But she's not federal.
Well, it's a little more complicated at the federal level, but you can certainly do it in Illinois.
She's a federal employee.
Quickly.
What's the point of a Senate anymore if they can pass bills with 51 votes? And that's what you do, 51%. Yeah. Well, we don't need a Senate anymore.
Well, we really
budget
don't.
Bills. I mean,
we really don't, because they really haven't done anything since I've been there.
Yeah, okay, but I mean, when they want to pass something like Obamacare, 51 votes, they can pass everything off as a budget issue. What do we need a Senate anymore?
Budget issues have to come out of Congress. They only achieve this reconciliation.
50% of the votes. I mean, they were supposed to protect us from one party running things with 51% of the vote.
They were supposed to protect us from the masses. Let me close, because I'm getting the evil eye, aren't I? Guys,
Not from us.
Guys, 2 quick questions. 2 quick questions, and be as honest with me as you can be. Raise your hands if you genuinely believe that you have had a better quality of life than what your parents' generation had. If you've had a better quality of life than what your parents' generation had, raise your hand. Okay, pretty much every hand in the room. Put them down. Raise your hand right now if you truly believe your kids and your grandkids' generation is going to have it better. Please look around. I've been doing this, okay, hold on. I've been doing this for 2 years in crowds big and small. Darn near every hand goes up to the first. You can hardly find a hand to go up to the second. That is so sad. That's so not American, because we always want to leave our next generation better off. Look at what we're doing right now to our next generation. If that doesn't get you up off the couch, these final 78 days, nothing will. Help us win this thing. Mary Lou, where are you? If we don't have your email, sign up if you want to get involved in our campaign. Give us your email, get a yard sign, all these things we're talking about. Help us. Help us. Get involved. Thank you. Thanks for coming, everybody.